I'm Velma, and this month's Threat Intelligence Assessment shows a critical enterprise risk posture across exposed enterprise environments. The overall picture is severe. We are seeing a high concentration of vulnerabilities already being actively exploited in the wild. What pushes this into critical territory is the mix of unauthenticated remote code execution and exposure across internet-facing and critical infrastructure systems. The top priority this month is Ivanti Sentry. The issue is not a single bug, but a chain that can begin with authentication bypass. From there, command injection can open the door to full administrative compromise of the platform. Because Sentry often sits in front of mobile device management infrastructure, successful exploitation can create a path to root-level control over a highly sensitive environment. The second highest priority is Joomla, where unauthenticated remote code execution carries maximum severity for exposed systems. If you have internet-facing Joomla environments, this is an urgent remediation item and should move immediately to the top of the queue. The next tier includes Splunk Enterprise, WordPress WP Maps Pro, and Magento, each with a very different operational blast radius. A Splunk compromise can undermine the visibility you rely on to detect and respond, while WordPress exposure increases risk across public-facing web assets. Magento raises the stakes even further because active exploitation can hit e-commerce revenue, customer data, and business continuity at the same time. Additional significant risk sits across Fortinet FortiSandbox, GoCMS, Veeam Backup and Replication, Google Chrome, and Cisco Unified Communications Manager. Several of these issues are already under active exploitation, which means the window for preventative action is narrowing quickly. Where public proof of concept code is available, exploitation becomes easier to reproduce and more likely to spread across opportunistic threat activity. The remediation queue also needs to include Litelm, Drupal, Microsoft Exchange, Cisco SD-WAN, and Linux kernel vulnerabilities. These are the kinds of weaknesses that help attackers maintain persistence, expand privileges, and move laterally once an initial foothold is established. Left unaddressed, they turn a contained incident into a wider infrastructure compromise. The likely attack pathway starts at the edge with compromise of an internet-facing application or service. From there, attackers can pivot into browsers, email systems, or AI platforms, then escalate privileges and move deeper into the environment. The end state is familiar and costly. Infrastructure compromise leads to ransomware deployment, data exfiltration, or both. The executive recommendation is to remediate internet-facing systems that allow unauthenticated compromise before anything else. Immediately after that, tighten browser controls, secure AI platforms, protect network infrastructure, and reduce Linux privilege escalation paths. Without fast action, the path from exposure to infrastructure takeover, backup compromise, and ransomware becomes dangerously short. I'm Velma. Stay informed, stay vigilant, stay secure.